I am really surprised at the rate at which people are very scared of the fact that the 3 months and then the 1 month tourist visa is being abolished out of the system. Charlie, it is never true. Just stick and stay with me as I take you through the 4 major multiple entry visas one can apply for when visiting the UAE without any hassle. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome once again to the channel of truth. My name is Kofi Techi and I am most grateful to have you here with me once again. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for everything you are doing to push this channel to the top. I thank you so much. If you are new to this channel, Charlie, do well to hit on that subscribe button and be a part of this family, because this is where I give you the best information you would need to travel to the UAE. In my previous videos, I tried convincing people that it is not true that the old system or the old visas, the old tourist visas that we used to travel to the UAE are going to be abolished or be removed. These visas have not been cancelled and they will still be in existence. Now, as time goes on, I am still going to prove to you here in this article that it is still going to be in existence. You can still apply for your tourist visas whenever you intend to travel to the UAE. It is not abolished. It is not going to be a thing of the past. Now, this is what I am going to do. I am not going to give you this video off head. I am actually going to give you the video in line with a national news agency like a media in the UAE here that really states what is really going to be on the grounds as of 3rd October 2022. Now, I am going to give you 4 main multiple entry visas you can enter the UAE with. If you're eligible to meet the requirements that are being stated in acquiring these visas, you can apply and then get into the UAE or travel to the UAE with these visas. You understand? Now, reading these articles from Khalid Times. Khalid Times is a well-known media corporation or company here in the UAE, and trust me, every article they put online or anything they post online is legit. It is very true. And to all people out there who intend to search for a job, if you search for Khalid Times jobs, you could get yourself a job in the UAE. Now, reading from Khalid Times, I'm going to leave a link to this very article in the description below so that you can also read for yourself and know the kind of requirements that you would need to travel to the UAE. Now, it states the UAE currently offers a variety of multiple entry visas that allow foreigners to enjoy the quality of life that this country offers, be it for work, a holiday, or retirement. The visas allow expatriates to enter the country multiple times, either individually or along with their families and support staff. Support staff are like your maid servants and stuff like that. Below is the list of multiple entry visas that people can apply for and the requirements that come with each one. Now, let's deal with the golden visa. This multiple entry visa is issued for 10 years to property investors. This visa is issued to property investors, scientists, outstanding students, and graduates, entrepreneurs, exceptionally talented people, and professionals. Those who have this visa will be able to sponsor their families regardless of their age, as well as support staff. There is also no restriction on maximum duration of stay outside the UAE. Now, when they talk about the maximum duration of stay outside the UAE, initially or previously, if you leave the UAE and then spend more than 6 months outside of the UAE in your home country, be it your home country or wherever you travel to, if you spend more than 6 months in that kind of country or whichever country you are in, your visa is automatically terminated and you cannot return into the country unless you apply for a new entry visa before you come into the country. But this time around, with the golden visa, you can travel outside of the UAE, spend as much time as you want to spend outside of the UAE, and then return without any form of hassle or any form of questioning or problems. The next one on the list is the green visa. The green visa, as I described or as I talked about in the previous video, this new 5-year multiple entry residency is offered to skilled expats, allowing them to stay in the country without a sponsor or employer. If you get yourself this kind of visa, you don't need a sponsor or an employer. You don't need a company to change your status here in the country. The applicants should have a valid employment contract and should be classified in the first, second, or third occupational level as per the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratisation. If you don't know what the first, second, or third level skill level class is, I actually described that in my previous video. I'll pin it to the top so that you can look out for that, or you can check out on that. The minimum educational level must be a bachelor's degree or equivalent, and their salary should not be less than 15,000 dirhams. So that is it for the green visas. Now the retirement visas. This multiple entry 5-year visa is provided to people aged 55 and above. The visa can be renewed upon fulfilling one of the following criteria: investment of at least 2 million dirhams in property, financial savings of no less than 1 million dirhams, or an active income of not less than 20,000 dirhams per month. So these are the requirements for the retirement visa. The next on the list is the multiple entry tourist visa. Now, this is where I am going to prove to everybody that the 3 months or the 1 month tourist visa, the 30-day tourist visa, is not going to be abolished, but it is going to be fulfilled. Like Christ said, I came not to abolish the rules, but to fulfill them. This is what is going to happen. Multiple entry tourist visa, you understand, in addition to the regular tourist visa that is sponsored by tourism establishments in the UAE. I want you to highlight on this. In addition to the regular tourist visa that is sponsored by tourism establishments in the UAE, like these are regular tourist visas. That is the 1 month and the 3 months tourist visas are the regular visas. They are the visas that we used to know. That they are the visas that we are used to. That is the visa that we know. So how come if they are going to be abolished, the article reads that in addition, understand, which means they are still going to be in the system, yet we are going to have a 5 years multiple entry visa. You understand? So a 5-year multiple entry tourist visa has been introduced. Let me start again. It reads, in addition to the regular tourist visa that is sponsored by tourism establishments in the UAE, a 5-year multi-entry tourist visa has been introduced. This has been introduced, but not to replace the old tourist visas. Now, this visa does not require a sponsor, and it allows the person to stay in the country for up to 90 continuous days, and it may be extended for a similar period, provided that the entire period of stay does not exceed 180 days in 1 year. With this kind of visa, I actually explained everything about this visa also in my previous videos. I'll pin that to the video so that you can check out on them. With this kind of visa, you can spend a maximum of 180 days in the country, and then you would have to exit, which means you first come into the country, spend a continuous 90 days in the country without leaving, without exiting the country. When it expires, you can renew it for the same period, like the same 90 days. And when the second 90 days is over, you need to exit the country because you've exhausted the 180 days that you are supposed to stay in the country. These are the requirements that you need. This visa requires proof of having a bank balance of $4,000. You need $4,000 bank statement. This $4,000 amounts to 14,700 dirhams. 14,700 dirhams. With other countries, you can also convert your local, should I say, currencies. But if you're a Ghanaian here, 14,700 dirhams is about 29,400. You are supposed to show a bank statement of 29,400 Ghana cedis. I am begging each and everybody here watching me now, listen and listen good to whatever I say here in this video. It seems you keep asking me questions repeatedly, even though I have already treated them in my videos. Please listen very well. You are not required to hold this kind of amount, like this kind of money, if you are coming here with a 1 month or a 3 month tourist visa. The old rules that used to apply to 3 months or a 1 month tourist visa still remains the same. With this kind of visa, all you need is a relative who is here in the UAE, a friend who is here in the UAE, or a company or a sponsor, or a tourism company, a travel and tour company here in the UAE or in your home country, or the airlines that you would like to fly with, be it Etihad, be it Emirates, whichever UAE flights that you intend to travel with, you can still take your visas from these airlines. You can take your visas from any of the travel airlines and then fly to the UAE. Nothing stops you from coming into the UAE on a tourist visa. It is not mentioned anywhere. I've read articles upon articles. I've been trying my best to find where they've written that you can't enter the country without having a physical cash of 5,000, is it dollars? People are saying you can't enter into the country without having an amount of $5,000. Please, it's never true. I haven't heard anything of the sort. I've been trying to find out if I could find or get any kind of information like that so I could share with you here, but I have not found anything of the sort. You understand? So you can still travel to the UAE on a tourist visa, like a 3-month tourist visa, a 1-month tourist visa, a 30-day tourist visa, a 90-day tourist visa without any hassle. You understand? So that is the little I have for you today. Like, if you intend to travel to the UAE on a multiple entry visa, like if you are capable, if you meet the requirements of entering into the UAE on a multiple entry visa, then these are the kind of visas that you could apply for, you could possibly apply for. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I guess I have done just to this video, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Now leave a like to support this video, just to make it grow, you understand, to make it reach lots of people, you understand. So if you've watched this video till this far and it's been of importance, or it's been insightful to you, kindly hit on that like button, and then try to hit on the subscribe button and be a part of this family, this amazing family. There are lots of amazing people here. I thank you so much for your support from day one. Thank you so much for the likes, the subscriptions, and all that. I can't thank you well enough. My name remains Kofi, and until we meet again, I hope you stay safe, stay out of trouble, and stay blessed. See you on the next one.